Scott, it's ended up being quite an emphatic win in the end. It didn't seem it was going to be that way for a while, but it's finished up 3-0 here at home to Braintree. You must be delighted with that win.
Yeah, delighted. It's a strange one, to be honest. The way that I picked the team, or we picked the team this morning and over the last couple of days, we named on Thursday, so we had a clear indication of what we wanted, and we went with physicality, purely because I thought they were a young side. I think our average age today was 27, and we just thought maybe if we turned it a little bit ugly and sort of didn't get into a football match with them, we might have some success, and I think you saw that. We weren't brilliant in terms of on the ball, but what we were was effective, and we were efficient in what we did. We didn't mess around with it at the back like we did the other night against Havant. We put balls in areas, and the thing that made us tick today was Nathan Minhas. I thought he was absolutely superb. Without him, we wouldn't have got that victory, simple as that. I thought he chased, he carried, he put his body on the line. He got a goal as well, which I'm delighted about. And when I saw his name come up on the scoreboard for man of the match, I was over the moon.
It started out, of course, the best way it could have done. Johnny Goddard just seems to not be able to not stop scoring at the minute. Another good goal from him. Happy with how he's performing still at the minute?
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 things I was happy with. Lenchi took on board what we asked, and I think he took a touch and on his chest and volleyed it down the side. I think Leon's then got on the end of it, squared it to Johnny. It's exactly what you want. We said to him first 10-15 minutes, turn it, play in their half. Lenchi sometimes is reluctant to do it because he wants to play pretty football. But everyone today did it exactly that, and it's a great first goal of ours. When it works, when we've asked what we want them to do. So, yeah, brilliant for Johnny again, pops up with another goal. But there were so many good performances in terms of what they gave us, in terms of character and things like that. So, yeah, overall delighted. I think 3-0 probably flatters us. But at the same time, I don't think Dan had much to do. So, neither did their keeper, to be honest. So, yeah, it's one of those days that, yeah, delighted to get the 3 points and go home and enjoy the evening.
And then a bit of a negative in the first half as well. We saw Dan come off injured. Is he okay, do you think? And is it? It's not a reoccurrence of the previous injury, is it?
No, he's said he felt his calf pop, which is disappointing. Joe Dandy, yet again, we've had to sort of patch him up and get him out there. The best part of 3 games in a week after being out for 2.5 months, he came in and he was solid. Temi and Jammers I thought were superb as well. So defensively, I felt really, really secure at the back. I think they had a spell in the second half, maybe 15-20 minutes, where their full-backs were getting out. We changed the shape slightly, and then in the last sort of 15 minutes we went 2 up top just to try and secure the ball, and I think it helped. I wasn't sure if it was the right idea at the time, but it's paid off in the end. So yeah, absolutely delighted with the boys and the performance, the subs that came on. Disappointed with the lads that didn't get on. Obviously Dom, David, probably a surprise to a lot of people not starting. But it's horses for courses, and David understands that we went a little bit differently today. And yeah, it's difficult as a sub when your team win. You can't really say too much, but yeah, David's a team player, and he'll have a big part to play for the rest of the season. As will Dom. Obviously, he's here for another 5 weeks on loan. So yeah, it's all part and parcel of being part of the team.
And just kind of going back there to what you said, we sort of talked about how you were struggling with strikers not scoring goals a few weeks ago. And we've now had both of them pop up with goals today, both Mickel and Nathan Minhas. And as you said, rightly so, man of the match this afternoon, Nathan. Are you now confident that you've got 2 strikers that are going to continue to score goals for us and get us the wins?
Yeah, like I said about Nathan today, I thought that was his best performance. Not just for 45 minutes, I thought for 90 minutes he was brilliant. His running stats that we look at every week are phenomenal. The amount of high intensity work that he gets through probably goes a little bit unnoticed, but I certainly see it. And I mentioned it before the game, and probably the icing on the cake today was getting the goal. You could see how happy he was. And then Mickel came on, and he was an absolute monster. Thought he held the ball up well, he was strong, winning free kicks. He's obviously got his penalty, which was probably not the most assured of penalties, but it is what it is. It says Mickel Platt scored and the ball's gone in the back of the net. So yeah, we've got 2 strikers there that we really believe in. Do we need another one? Probably. But what we've got to look at is obviously finance and things like that, make sure that we're spending in the right areas, and there probably is a space to maybe bring one more in, but it needs to be the right person, and at the moment the right person isn't out there. We did put a 7-dayer in for a lad in the league below a few weeks ago, and he said that he wants to remain at his club until January, which is fine. So yeah, we're always on the lookout to try and improve, but at the moment Nathan and Mickel are doing more than well.
5 weeks ago, we wouldn't possibly have seen a side without Scott Davies in it. Now you've had a bit of time on the sideline. We're possibly looking at a situation where we're not quite sure when Scott Davies will get back in it.
No, it's one of those ones. I'm fit. I could play. I'd have had to have left one of the subs off the bench today, and I had a word for myself this morning and said, right, you're not in the squad. And it's easy for myself to speak to myself and leave myself out. So, yeah, I've said to the lads all season that my priority isn't to play. My priority is to win football matches for the club, and however that happens, whether I'm in the side, out the side, whether I'm on the bench or not in the squad at all, I'm really not fussed, because the adrenaline rush that I get from winning football matches as a manager or as a player, I don't care. I don't mind if I've got my tracksuit on or my kit on. So I'll never be selfish. I'll never put myself before the team, and I think hopefully I've shown that. I think the stats that Yella and Chrissy have told me over the past couple of months is that the only game that I played in was Grimsby, where we've lost. So you look at Respawns, you Wellings, where we've lost, I've not played a minute. So they tell me all the time, you've got to put yourself back in, but I don't believe that I do, because I believe in the lads, I trust in the lads, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment, being on the sidelines. I spoke to a couple of the senior players as well, and they said there's a benefit from having extra voice on the bench. I've got a sore throat after every match now as well, you can probably hear it croaking. So I'm learning a lot from obviously standing in the dugout, and it's something that I've not had a chance to do for a year. But at some point it needs to happen. I'll play Tuesday night against Blackwell to get my minutes up and get out there. But a football match for me is a football match. I don't care whether it's down the park, whether it's here in front of 2,000 people against Grimsby. I just want to play football at the right time. So didn't feel like the right time today, hence why I didn't play, and fingers crossed I got it right.
You just said there's a short break from the next bit of league action, but we do have Blackwell Heath in the Berks and Bucks Cup on Tuesday evening. What sort of side are we looking to potentially put out for that one?
Well, we don't have a big squad, and then not only that is the EDS have got a game on Wednesday, a top of the table clash I believe, so I don't want to stitch them up and take all of their players, so it will be a strong team, no doubt about it. Players are going to have to patch themselves up and get out there, but it's a great game to have. It's a cup competition that we've obviously won in my time here, and it was really enjoyable, and we want to pay respect to Blackwell Heath because they're a really good side. I think they're sat second in their league. It'd be good to see small faces like Niz. I know he's playing at the back there, so if we take it too lightly, we'll get beat. I think they're that good. We'll have to go there with experience, see who's available, and give it a right good go, because I don't want to say it'll be their cup final, because we're not Brazil or anything like that, but it will be a big game for them, for sure, and we'll respect it, and hopefully we can get some fans down there through the gate to help them out as well. So I'm really looking forward to it. I much prefer having a match on a Tuesday night than training on a Tuesday evening. So yeah, it'll be a good game.
Cheers, Scott, and congratulations on the win.
Cheers, mate.